Coaches, first of all, how do you handle the break between games? You guys were going so good, and you kind of sit back a little bit now to get ready for this game on Saturday.
Our guys needed it physically and academically, give our guys a chance to really focus on finishing strong academically. Tried to have some high-intensity practices, tried to simulate a game-like practice a couple days ago, day off yesterday, and 3-day prep starting today to prepare for a really good Cincinnati team.
You guys have participated in this the last few years. How much value is it getting to go to Atlanta, neutral site, and play some pretty marquee non-conference?
Yeah, it's great. We've played high-level opponents there. Atlanta's great. You know, we've got a lot of dogs in Atlanta that come out to see us, and it's fun to play in front of them. It's fun to play in that awesome arena. Not too far of a travel for us, of course, so it's something that we'll continue to pursue every year.
What were some of the focal points of this 11-day break?
Getting some rest, focusing on academics, continuing to focus on some areas where we've got to get better. A lot of shooting, for us, and then defensively, our defensive rebounding, and we've thrown a lot at these guys, as I've talked about a lot with you all, in terms of changing defenses and doing different stuff and throwing stuff at the wall, and just trying to tighten up some of those decisions, just trying to be a little bit more accountable with each of our defenses, because we're more of a talented defensive team than our numbers indicate right now. We're turning people over, we're blocking shots, we're playing really hard. We've just got to get a little more sharp defensively, and I think our ceiling's pretty high.
And just from an offensive standpoint, too, 9 games in, how much more comfortable do you see the guys kind of be with what you guys are doing right now, comfort level?
Yeah, we're better offensively right now, for sure. We've made a big jump here in the last 2-3 weeks, just making some shots. Our 3-point numbers are still what they are, but, and I think that they'll continue to increase with shot selection and guys settling in. We're playing with more maturity, and that starts individually. We just got 3 or 4 guys just making better decisions, taking better shots. So we hope that continues, and we can't just rest on that and assume it'll continue. So we're working on those things daily.
Does Todd coming from FAU give you some good insight on Miller for them?
Yeah, if Baba's watching, we're going to send 5 guys at him every time. And we're familiar with him too. Having played against him, I want to say a couple years ago, but a talent, and he's having a heck of a year. But they've got size around him. He's playing a couple different spots for them. They can play really big. They've got some really big lineups, but they've got elite shooting from 5 different guys, 4 that are playing more than another guy here recently. They can really shoot it, but they're the 8th best defense in the country. I mean, they've put a lot of it together defensively. They're connected. They're tough. Again, they've got great length, switchability. They block shots. They turn you over. They're really solid. They keep the ball out of the paint. So be the best defense that we've played.
The challenge rebounding against them, just looking at some of the statistics, it seems like they do a good job on the boards.
Yeah, really, really good. I mean, they're good in a lot of areas. They can post you up. Again, they can shoot it. They've just been really difficult to score on too, and so we've got to find ways to generate some offense, especially in the half court. And we've been pretty good in full court and in transition. We've got to continue to get better in the half court.
Is it easy to kind of pick up where you left off when you have a break like this?
It depends. After some of these breaks, it seems like it's once a year you have a break that's a little bit longer than you would have hoped for. And some of those times you come out and play really well and say, oh boy, that break was, it was productive for us. And sometimes you're saying the opposite. So probably more to do with making shots and missing shots and how locked in you are and the opponent. I think both teams will be super locked in. It's a great opportunity for both of us.
What have been your impressions so far this year of Jeremiah and just what he's brought to you guys?
He's grown so much with his decisions, with his maturity. Can be, and I've told him this, I can relate, especially as a 19, 20-year-old. Early on with his decisions, he can be overly competitive, and I love that. I'd rather try to get a guy to calm down a little bit, to back a guy off of his competitive spirit, but with his decisions sometimes just trying to hit grand slams and getting super emotional. Things weren't going great for him. He's come a long way. I mean, he's making really good decisions, taking good shots, passing the ball better, letting it come to him, and he's grown defensively. He's a really talented guy. Glad to be in the foxhole with him.
What's been the most enjoyable thing about this team for you so far?
Their growth, honestly, it's what we preach every day, and we just continue to get better. You know, had a day off yesterday. Had a really focused practice that doesn't always. And I was saying the same thing about last year's group. We're different in certain areas, but having really productive practices doesn't always determine, confirm, guarantee that you're going to play great, but it gives you a better chance. We got better in certain areas today. Probably the selflessness too. We've grown a lot. You know, I think in those first couple games, especially the exhibition games, we saw a lot of my turn shots. I'm going to go get mine, and our guys have just settled in, you know, for the most part. But again, we can't just assume that's going to continue. We've got to continue to enjoy playing with one another and grow together.
And these 4 games before you start conference play, the main thing you want to accomplish? What's the main thing you want to see from this team?
I'm just not. It ain't about that next one. You know, it's barely about Cincinnati right now. It's
I
about
know.
tomorrow's practice, but just playing well against Cincinnati. That's it. And I always tell our guys, it's. I know you've heard me say it. I hate to repeat myself to you all, but it's not even about the final score right now. Let's just play really well. Let's get better and see where it puts us late in the game. But defensive rebounding, continued A shots as opposed to C and F shots. We'll take some C shots late clock against high-level defenses like Cincinnati and some of these in the SEC. Continue to share the basketball. And just continuing probably to execute our overall system offensively, but especially defensively with our changing defenses. Just our accountability level in terms of, are we in the right place at the right time? Am I yelling the right coverage at the right time? Am I rotating when I'm supposed to? Am I switching when I'm supposed to? All of those things we can continue to get better at.
You guys have a common opponent in Xavier. Does that help at all as far as in scouting, the fact that you guys have played?
Yeah, a little bit. It does. It makes both teams a little bit more familiar with one another. Xavier's very different than both of us, especially offensively, with their ability to shoot it with their 4 and 5. But I thought Cincinnati played really well in that one. Could have gone either way in a hostile environment. Cincinnati's very good, obviously, and that's why we wanted this one. You know, Wes and I talked in the summer, and they were looking for a higher level opponent that might help them in March, and we were too. And so we got a lot of respect for their program, and we're excited about Saturday.
You said you can relate to Jeremiah's competitiveness, so how have those conversations been like between the two of you?
Great. He's great. He's such a joy to be around. He really, he cares. He wants to be really good. And the intangible stuff that we've talked a lot about, our culture, how becoming a better teammate, making winning plays to complement his ability to just go rattle off baskets. He's really bought into those things. Again, it's just been a really, it's been a pleasure to coach him to this point for sure.
What does the next couple of weeks look like after this week? Obviously, you get through finals and you kind of got that break, and then you get.
I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. I can't even tell you who we play next. I don't know. I do know this because everybody's got to make plans, you know, a month in advance or 2 months. We'll have like 3.5 days off after that game on the 22nd, and I know we play that day. We just got to continue to get better. Just take advantage. This is a great test for both teams. The SEC is going to be incredibly difficult. Cincinnati fits right in. You know, this is like an SEC opponent. So we'll take this one and continue to grind it out and get better.
When you said